Hello and welcome to my channel Close to the Edge. My name is Pat, where we talk about all things prog rock, classic rock, heavy rock, and maybe, just maybe, a stick of rock. Stick around, you never know. Anyway, welcome back, or welcome along if you're new to the channel, to Close to the Edge, as I said. And I hope you're enjoying all the videos on my CDs. So a few comments in my last video said I should do the LPs. I'm going to do the LPs, so today I'm doing A to E. I used to have an awful lot more LPs that I'll be showing over the next few videos. Got rid of a lot of them went missing, a lot of them got damaged, I had them in the attic, all that kind of stuff. I'm after rebuying some of them, but not all of them. And I probably have, of the original crowd, maybe 30 or 40 of them out of this bunch I'm going to show you overall in the videos. But anyway, let's get cracking with A. First one is Asia's debut album. Of course, you had Carl Palmer, Steve Howe, John Wetton, and Jeffrey Downes. They formed this kind of supergroup, kind of a proggy kind of supergroup. They weren't fucking prog. This album is average at best. Average at best. Right, so that's that one. What have we got now? We have AC/DC next, I would presume. Back in Black. It's the only LP I have by AC/DC. And to be honest with you, it's the only LP I really need. Brilliant album though it is. A lot of their music is same, really. One trick pony, as a lot of people call them. I wouldn't go that far now, in fairness. But still, a brilliant album though. Brilliant. Rocking from every second. I'm going to move that microphone over a little bit. Now, this is one that is kind of battered a bit. It's Boomtown Rats, their first album. Irish band, Boomtown Rats. Excellent debut album. It's kind of a bit battered and bruised now, that one. That's one I had donkeys years ago. I think I might have got that from the local radio station, WLR. I think I did. Now, there should be another Boomtown Rats here, but they're a little bit mixed up anyway. This is Blue Icicle's second album. I think this is Tyranny and Mutation, yeah. This is absolutely brilliant. Brilliant band, Blue Icicle, from there. From America. Absolutely. I think they're from Long Island, I think. Not sure about that now, I think they are. Then they have Mirrors. 1979. Wasn't a great album. Came out with better after this, kind of more poppy. But The Vigil is on this, one of the greatest tracks by Blue Icicle. Stellar. Hope these won't fall. Now, they shouldn't fall like the CDs. And I know the CDs didn't fall, but they nearly did. This is called David Bedford, The Odyssey. I think he did a lot of work with Mike Oldfield. Mike Oldfield is on this album. What do I think of this album? Bang average. You know me with prog now, or something similar to prog. The Boomtown Rats. The Fine Art of Surf. Japanese one. Don't Like Mondays is on this. You must remember that track from the Boomtown Rats. It's an excellent album. Not as good as Tonic for the Troops though. Now we're on to Black Sabbath. Now hopefully these will be in order. Black Sabbath's first album. Debut album. Incredible. Early 1970. Said he invented heavy metal. Well, whether they did or they didn't, still an amazing album. You know, they're very close to it anyway. They had that kind of dark sound, which was original in many respects. Now we're moving on to the same year, Paranoid, which I think is probably their best album. You know, you have War Pigs on this, the opening track, and my favourite Black Sabbath track of all time, Fairies Wear Boots, is on this. This is the one that was released there early in the year from Rhino. Brilliant sound. If you can get your hands on this, sound on it is incredible. Original, you know, all analog. Then we have Masters of Reality. Their heaviest album, Into the Void, is on this. Sweet Leaf. Really heavy, like it's like thrash metal in places. Really is heavy. Brilliant album. Then we have Volume 4. You know, the sad loss of Ozzy there in July, like, you know, he was the sound of Sabbath. I know Iommi with guitar, but his voice, I know he wasn't the greatest singer in the world, but still, you know what I mean? Brilliant. Brilliant. Snowblind is on that. Then we have Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Another absolutely brilliant album. I think Rick Wakeman plays a guitar. Beg your pardon, keyboards on this. Where the fuck was I going with guitar? A few keyboards on this. Brilliant, amazing album. They had some run of albums, so hadn't they? And then they brought out Sabotage. This was all about the fact that after being sabotaged, lost all their money and all that kind of stuff, and they were angry on this album. And you can hear it, Symptom of the Universe is on this. You know, absolutely incredible album. Then they brought out Technical Ecstasy. And a lot of people don't like this. It kind of went down. It is down from Sabotage, but I like it. And Rock and Roll Doctor is on this, and you can hear Wheels of Steel, track by Saxon, in that track. Hear a load of tracks. They were ripped off big time. Big time. And the last album with Ozzy, for the time being, was Never Say Die, and I think this is an incredible album. It's a bit of jazz fusion on it, a bit of prog in places even. Dare I say prog? Brilliant. Johnny Blade on this. Don Airy on keyboards. Brilliant. Next one on LP I have by Sabbath would be TYR. This is a brilliant album. This is 1990, I think. No, it's a long way, but absolutely excellent album. Not obviously as good as the 70s stuff. There's no way you could say any of these albums I'm going to show are as good as the 70s stuff. You know what I mean? And you have Cross Purposes, which I think is brilliant. Geezer Butler came back for this one. Absolutely stellar. And a lot of people say this one, Forbidden. This is the remixed one I bought recently. Because the sound wasn't great on the original CD I have. I think this is actually Tony Martin on vocals on all these three albums. Absolutely brilliant vocalist, underrated. Badly treated by Sabbath, I have to say. They're always on about getting a reunion with Ozzy, but he's brilliant. He stepped in and he sang him. I think that's the end of the Sabbath now. I'm not certain of it unless there's something hiding here. Oh, Jeff Beck and the Jan Hammer Group, the live album. Jazz fusion. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And you have this one. What's the name of this one called? There and Back. Brilliant. Brilliant jazz fusion. Absolutely stellar. Stellar. Hope I'm not boring anyone with these now. It's nice to show they are vinyl all the same. Then we have Bad Company's first album. Absolutely incredible first album. Good bluesy, hard rock album. Then you have Straight Shooter. Brilliant album too. Not as good as the first one in my opinion. Then you have Run with the Pack. It's an original copy. A bit worn now this one, but still brilliant album. And then we have, I think, Desolation Angels is the next one. First side is excellent, second side is only okay. Still an excellent album. Still an excellent album. I hope the fuck they don't fall. Now we have Bachman Turner Overdrive, Not Fragile. If you haven't heard of this band, please go and check them out because this is absolutely amazing. Amazing. Not Fragile. It's got pun on Fragile, but yes. And the album they brought straight out after that then is Four Wheel Drive. And I think this is actually brilliant. There are a few tracks left over from Not Fragile to put it on this. Brilliant. Brilliant. And I have another one by Beck. I like this album actually a lot. This one here. The original cover, and I think it was brought out, it was a different cover. Brilliant album. Not as good as the other two, obviously. Now I have David Bowie next. I don't have hardly any David Bowie, but I have this one, Diamond Dogs. It's a good album. I'm not a huge fan of David Bowie. Sorry, I'm just not. I know you out there you love David Bowie, but I'm just not a fan of his. Just not. Look at this one. Billy Cobham, Spectrum. Utterly amazing jazz fusion. Tommy Bolin on guitar as well. And then I think his next album, I'm not sure about this now. Total Eclipse by Billy. Incredible album. Not as good as Spectrum. Right, what are we next? Camel, Rain Dances. This was the start of their downfall. You can see where they were going after Moon Madness. They brought out this one. Excellent though it is, you can see where they were. And they disappeared down a tunnel. They went really bad. But that's not a bad album. Then you have Cream's last album, Goodbye Cream. That's only a good, very good album, I suppose. As good as the other three, live bits and studio bits. Very short, actually. It's about 30 odd minutes long. Right, what will be next? The Clash. London Calling. It's not a bad album. Double studio album. Won't be my thing, really. It's not bad. Not bad. The Coliseum Live, then. An excellent album. An excellent live album. Really is. Excellent live album. You wouldn't know what you'd find in the middle of these LPs now. Now, we have the Dixie Dregs. What If? That's an excellent album. Steve Morse on guitar. Brilliant. And a jazzy fusion. Dire Straits' first album. The best album, in my opinion. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant album. Now we're moving on to my favourite band. Might not be the best band in my collection, but my favourite. Always will be, probably. What we have here now, we have this live one. Oh yeah, In Constant. It was done by the BBC. Now this is one that I have going back. It didn't get damaged or anything like that. Didn't give it away or sold it. Like I did a lot of them when them CDs came out. Now we have Deep Purple and Rock. This is the original. Deep Purple and Rock. Yeah, on the yeah. This is the original. Proto metal. Ah, what an album. The greatest albums ever. Now I have that twice. Because I bought the Rhino version. Because the sound quality on this is better than the original, I think. You see a lot of albums here I have twice by Deep Purple. So I have them all on CD as well. This is the one was brought out in the UK, Ireland, America, and that with the one with Demon's Eye on it. Fireball, my favourite album by Purple. Not the best, but my favourite. I thought I had another one there now. I do. And this is the Japanese one. Because they had Strange Kind of Woman instead of the Demon's Eye on this one. This sounds better than the other one. The Japanese one sounds better. Then I have an American copy of Machine Head. I think it's not an original, but not too far off it. Amazing album. Incredible. And I also have the Japanese one. It's like a book compared to the American one. Sounds better as well. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. Then we have the greatest live album ever recorded, made in Japan. This is the one that was brought out in the 90s, remastered by Roger Glover, I think. And this one is numbered. It's 5,000. This is on purple vinyl. This is 3559. Absolutely. What can you say about it? But I always wanted to get the Japanese one, which was because it was released in Japan before anywhere else. And it's called Live in Japan. And this sounds the best. It's even better than the new Stephen. I don't like the new Stephen Wilson remix. I have it over there on the CD box set. Don't like the sound of it. This one's the one. Greatest live album ever recorded, in my opinion. Then, who do we think we are, the Japanese one? Excellent album. Not as good as the previous 3 studio albums, though. There's no two ways about that. Then we have Burn with Coverdale and Hughes. Absolutely brilliant. Better than Who Do We Think We Are, probably. Then we have Stormbringers, the Japanese one. Brilliant. Bit more poppy and funky in that. That's why Blackmore led. What did he call it? Shoeshine music, I believe. Blackmore called it. If I'm quoting him, the man correct. This is one I picked up recently on Red Gold Heavyweight. It's Gratz, 1975 Mark III. Absolutely amazing. Brilliant. You can pick that up. I'm going to have to move the albums down there now. They're going to fall. Now, see this album here, 24. This is the one I have since I bought it in 1978 or 9. I can't remember. This is the exact. This never got given away or anything. This is the one when we first heard Smoke on the Water live. This is the one that got us. You know, we had heard the other stuff in studio, but when we heard that, and we've always Smoke on the Water, the live one is always the one that we go back to. 24 Karat Purple. That one has history. Then we have Made in Europe. This is the UK version. Brilliant again. Absolutely stellar. Stellar. I have to throw them down there, lads. I have Made in Europe. Now, this is the other one's a K4. This one's singing. It's the Japanese one. Sounds better, though. Brilliant. Then, of course, Richie left and they got in Tommy Bolin. And it's the Japanese original. Japanese, and the sound on this is just blow you away. And the album blows me away. I love this album. Love Tommy Bolin's guitar work on it. More Deep Purple, yeah. Last concert in Japan, of course I have to have it, and I had to have a Japanese one. It's the one where he was compromised, Tommy Bolin. He kind of slept on his arm or something. Left arm was numb and he couldn't only play a few chords on it. So, but they did a great. John Lord actually showcases this. He takes over from him and just prove how good John Lord was. Great man. Miss him. Really. We really miss him. Then, of course, the Purps came back in 84 with Perfect Strangers, Japanese one again. Disappointed with this when it came out. I really was. There's a couple of good tracks on it. I was expecting more. You know what I mean? What the 80s after all, I suppose. But remember when it came out, I think they actually bettered it with this House of the Blue Light. I think it was a better album. Yeah, they were infighting and everything. I think they work best when they're infighting. Gives it a fucking edge, you know. Where are we going now? Well, we're not too many more away now, lads, and the video's not going to be that long. The Doors, Sock Parade. I think my daughter bought me this for my birthday. On LP. I have them all on CD, but I think this is a very underrated album. Absolutely brilliant album. Now, where are we going now? Steve Earle and the Dukes, The Hard Way. I like this album. I think it's an excellent album. I like a bit of Steve Earle, I do now. Bit of country, but I don't mind it. Right. Electric Light Orchestra Discovery. They're not bad. Probably the album to have by him. Really, I think Don't Let Me Down is on this. I like that track. Now, where are we? The brilliant Eloy. One of my favourite bands. Dawn. Incredible. I don't have Oceans on I thought I had Oceans on LP and I don't. I'll have to get it on LP. Have them all on CD anyway. The live album by Eloy. Incredible. You only need one album by him. Actually two. This one and the last one they brought out on CD in 2014. That's incredible. Silent Cries and Mighty Echoes. I think it's the best album, probably. It's close to one thing though, with a lot of them. Brilliant. Eloy again. This is Colours. This is an absolutely brilliant cover though, isn't it? Brilliant album. Brilliant, 1980. Then we have The Planets. The UK version of it with the Rodney Matthews cover. I think I might have shown this before. And Time to Turn. I think this is incredible. Again, a brilliant cover by Rodney Matthews. Absolutely brilliant. Now another one, Rodney Matthews, Metromania. This was brought out everywhere with this cover. Metromania. What a class album. Brilliant. I love the keyboard work on it. Make sure they don't fall now, lads. I'm just going to put them in there. Then you have Ra. Very underrated album. Extremely underrated. Brilliant. 1988, I think. Now, who are we on to next? One of my favourite bands. I know I say that about every fucking band, don't I? Really do, don't I? Emerson, Lake and Palmer's first album. You know, if it was a gun was put to my head and said, "What's your favourite prog band?" It's Emerson, Lake and Palmer. It is. Always has been. Really has. I know I say it different with different videos. I might say different things, but you know what I mean. Then we have pictures at an exhibition. Incredible. Incredible live Motogorskis. Tarkus. Oh, Jesus. What an album. The title track, Tarkus. Oh, my God. Well, make sure they don't fall. Now, what have I here now? Would you believe this? I have 3 of these albums, trilogy. This is an original one on the Island label. Don't think it's in good condition. Not sure about that now, but I don't think it is. What an album. I have 3 of these. Then I had a single cover of it. I think it might be Italian or something, or Spanish. Don't ask me why I had that. I can tell you. And they're going to fall. And another one. A fairly original one. Trilogy. 3 times I had that on LP, and I have it once on CD. They are going to fall, I know they are. Then we have Brain Salad Surgery, which is absolutely incredible. Utterly incredible. Anyone who knows this album, I'm going to put them there so they won't fall. Now we have the live album, the triple live album. So what more can you say about that? I think it was recorded in California. Brilliant. Works Volume 1. Brilliant, I like it. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't like this one at all. The Works Volume 2. I actually like it. Yeah, it's 1 or 2 weak tracks on it. But I'm a fanatic on Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I'm such a fanatic on Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I have one of the worst albums. I just stared at that fucking cover, look. Love Beach. You think I got rid of it? No, I'm not getting rid of that. Even though it's absolute rubbish. Then we have the live one in concert. I think this works. I have this on the double CD, but it's only the single. They wanted to bring it out as a double CD. The record company said no. But a single one. Great though, I love it. Then of course they got together with Cozy Powell and brought out this one. This is a Russian one. The sound is not bad for considering it's a Russian one. Picked up fairly cheap actually. Now that's Emerson, Lake and Palmer out of the way. And not many more, there's about 5 or 6 more. Edgar Froese, Pinnacles. I bought this back in the, this is one of the older ones. Bought it back in the 80s. Brilliant. It's on the Version label, when they were with Version. This one then is 20 Greatest Hits by Roxy Music. Dermot is always telling me to get into these. I listen to this, it's not bad. Not particularly my cup of tea though. Not bad though. Foghat live. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant live album. The reason why I got this, it was recommended when I did my video with Kevin, our 10 top 10 live albums, and people were recommending that to me left, right and centre, so I bought it. And thank you very much for recommending that, because it's brilliant. We're on to F, and it's the last F's now. Focus, Moving Waves. Dutch progressive rock band. Class. Then you have Live at the Rainbow by Focus. Brilliant. We're not doing too bad on time. No, we're not doing too bad at all. This is Focus 3. Absolutely class. This is the American version with indented inlays there. There's no out now like the gave like the English one. Then we have, oh yeah, Hamburger Concerto. Absolutely incredible album. Their best album. And I think I have one more. An absolute stellar live album. Frampton Comes Alive. I didn't realise Peter Frampton was from Kent in England. I always thought he was American. Not. Englishman. Because he was with Humble Pie. And they were an English band. And this is a brilliant live album. Didn't have it for years, but finally got it, and I got an original copy as side 1, 4, 2 and 3, I think is the way it's done. But anyway, that's my vinyl from A to F. Hopefully you enjoyed that video now. Wasn't too bad, it wasn't too long either. Just to show you, and I'll do it the same with what I did with my CDs. I'll have 2 more videos of this. Same lettering. And I just take a cup of coffee. But I hope you enjoyed it. So whatever you're doing, stay safe. Very important. Everyone stay safe. And also, it's nice to be nice. It's always nice to be nice, no matter what it is. Puts a smile on the other person's face and you get a smile back. Makes it all worthwhile as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that as I keep repeating myself. Until my next video, which will be whatever to whatever. Whatever you're doing, do it right. Me, Pat, here on Close to the Edge. Bye-bye. Bye now.